It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Only one spot remaining in Conference Championship Weekend. Let's see who claims it. We're underway in the divisional round finale. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Kyler's starting off with the throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. Fits it through the middle. He does it. Touchdown. The Condors take a 6-0 lead right away. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Condors will jump out to a 7-0 lead. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be a 1st down. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. Here's a give up the middle. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I love these inside runs. Don't get away from them. You never know. You think it's going to be a short little gain, and then boom, get the right blocking, a possessed running back, and you get some serious yards on the table.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Ferguson there to bring it in. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Throw on 3rd down. Buys time, rolling right. Has it at the 7. And in for the touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for him, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Now is York to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
On first down, they'll run. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Has him on the quick hitter. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
From the gun, it's Murray. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Murray on third down. He lets one fly deep downfield. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing fourth down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
They've got a man in motion. They snap it to Murray. He finds him beyond the marker. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Condors break the tie here in the first. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Condors take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. They managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. They give it to him again. And he's only going to take this forward to about the 38. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
You know, kid, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Back to the well again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Another carry for him. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. His running back hauls it in deep right. 35 on the pickup. And that'll give him a first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
On 2nd and 9. Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. The handoff on 3rd and short. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Well, as they get deeper and deeper into this side of the field, they need him to become the guy who makes those plays in the biggest of moments. And that may not show up as a big old pass play and utilizing his arm, but it was his fortitude and his strength to move the sticks that may just be the catalyst for a touchdown.
That one missed the mark. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a couple of shots at this one.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. That'll do it for one quarter of this NFC divisional round matchup. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get back to the action in just a moment. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They need the right call here. It'll be 3rd and goal. Third and long for him here. He brings it in. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy. In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And it's fielded but not returned from the end zone, so the ball's going to be placed at the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll give him a first down. Back-to-back carries here. Again, he hits the 2nd level. And he's going to be taken down at the 28. It's a gain of 29 yards. And it'll a first down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
On the move, headed right. Catch is made in close. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No gain for them, and now it'll be 2nd and goal. Another chance for him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
And he gets in, touchdown! The Condors now lead by 10. Kicking team on to try the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Condors drive their lead to 11. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
Those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. It's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. 1st and 10 from the 41. Option design here. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 43. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the 29. Completed to his running back. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. One of the tight ends in motion left. They're going play action. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. They need just the right call here on 4th down. Setting up a throw. Chased out to his right. And they take this in for the score. The Thunderbirds make it a 1-score game in the first half. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Raleigh's set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. He doesn't like what he sees, so a touchback. They're going to begin at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackle made by Kalijah Cansey. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Murray from the pistol. Launches one deep downfield. Brought in inside the 20. And he's in. Touchdown. The Condors grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. They'll try this extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Condors make it a 10-point ball game. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. His return starts at the 5. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. He puts some power on a deep one left. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Condors get the football on the first turnover of the contest. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Murray here on first down. Escapes the pocket. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra.
He's got it inside the 10. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Condors grow their lead just before halftime. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Condors take a 3-possession lead. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Now the PAT try coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Condors make it a 24-point ball game. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick-6. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Take a look at that scoreboard and you just can't backwards. If you're going to close this gap, you've got to stay on schedule. Had a hard time doing so with a double-digit deficit.
Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Looking to the air here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing now on 1st down. Laying out for this one, and he makes the catch. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Throwing it again here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. And he's gonna go. It's a pick-6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. Getting right back to it after that interception. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Now the offense going to take its third and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Throwing from the gun here. Forced out to his right. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
You know, as you can see here, things broke down a little bit. He tried to find a connection, but he just could not get on the same page. I'll tell you what I do like about that throw, though. He didn't risk an interception, and he put it out of bounds instead.
He'll throw it. He's on the move. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in, too.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Groupie sends it through. And that's not going to do a ton against what is now a 28-point gap. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Somebody is going to the NFC Championship game from this one. Let's find out who as our second half gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I think this is the part where they run away, Kate. As in run away from that monster. He's just too strong a presence to try to block them inside, and that time, it cost him some yards.
Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing the out route complete. Hit some space around midfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first. Working quickly here. 3rd and short here, trying to pass. Escapes out to the left. He's running for it. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. It's a gain of 4 there. And it sets up 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. They go play action on 1st. Buys time, rolling right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Rolling left, buying some time. He just throws this one away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Hits him on the in route. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
4th and 14. Let's see if they've got some magic in them. Throwing now from the gun. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Condors come up with a turnover and hold strong on 4th down. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. Caught on the comeback route. Racing down the left side. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. He gets another shot here. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown! The Condors push their lead further to start the half. That one splits the uprights. And the Condors grow their lead yet again. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Big gain downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And that is a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They are throwing it again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Ben, even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Dumps it off to his running back. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Completed over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And they'll have 1st down. From the gun, it's Murray. Hauled in by Worthy. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. 1st First and 10 from the 41. Murray from the pistol. Trying for the deep ball. He's got it inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown. The Condors keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one right down the middle. And the Condors continue piling on to this lead. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. They'll come out throwing. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They're going play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Condors, they're going to take over after his 9th interception of the season. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a third time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
That's completed right side. And he's in. Touchdown! The Condors pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity, certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
That one splits the uprights. And the Condors continue adding on to that lead. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll give left side. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that. I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Complete out to the right. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. lot of room they need here. It's 4th and a long 8. We're going for this. Throw caught by his running back. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. We're down to 1 quarter to play in this NFC divisional round matchup. They've got possession, just 1 quarter from advancing in the postseason. New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Gets this one to Harrison. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They gain 14 on the play. And that gives them the first. Back to throw, Murray. He's got Harrison. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Lone back gets the handoff. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They'll hand it to him again. And he's in for the touchdown. The Condors are running them out of the building. They'll set up here for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Condors tack on 7 more to their lead. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Now, hold on a second. We have a player in some pretty clear pain following that play. That's Rashad White, who's getting some attention from the trainers. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. On the move, headed right. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? But they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Cut out left. And he will take this in. Touchdown! The Condors continue adding to an insurmountable lead. Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead. After the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Second and 10 now. Chased out to his right. Finds a man right side. And that will not be enough for a first down.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Dropping back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Play clock getting close to 0. We get a timeout. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. New set of downs for him from the 46. To throw it on first down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Escapes the pocket. Ferguson there to bring it in. And he's going to step out with no gain.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Condors take over. Not an interception by the reigning Defensive Player of the Year. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Hand off to the back. And he drives it up past the 45. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Second and 6 coming up here. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. On target to Worthy. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First and 10, Murray. Harrison secures this left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Forced out to his right. He's keeping it. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He has the touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Well, I call that a table setter. If you're getting that kind of efficient production out of your fullback, well, that just sets the table up for everyone else on this offense to eat.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Go ahead. Find me an offense that won't take that type of efficiency on every snap. Listen, it was good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And this one doesn't go far. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. This time it's a passing play. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Third and long for him here. Dumped off to his running back. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. The outcome's decided here, but we got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. The outcome's decided here, but we got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play. This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And they took care of business just as you'd expect a 1 seed to do. And they're going to get to stay at home another week and welcome in another opponent with a conference title on the line.